Very good evening to you, and thanks for staying with us here on Mission. Now let's do our first story. The next parliament will have 35 female legislators, an increase of 5 representing a woman's advocacy and a woman's activists accuse this is not enough if the country aspires to achieve 50% of women representation. Catherine Frimpong has the rest of the story.
Women make more than 50% of Ghana's population, and yet only 12.72% of them are in parliament. 137 women contested this year's elections. 35 women made it to the next parliament, an increase of 5 women compared to 30 in the current outgoing parliament.
More women should be given a place because I think we need a societal balance.
Very good. I wanted more women to be in parliament. I would like the president-elect to appoint more women in his government.
The NDC holds 12 of the 35 seats, while the NPP holds 23. This is only 12.72% of total parliamentarians. Rwanda has 63.80 women representation in parliament. Senegal has 42.70%, and South Africa has 41.80%. Rwanda has set an example in the world as the only country that has more female MPs than males, but that cannot be said in Ghana, despite the women constituting more than 50% of the population. Their representation in parliament has been very appalling. It is hoped that efforts will be strengthened as we strive to emulate the Rwandan example.
I think it's disappointing because we are talking about 50% representation. And if we're doing an increase of 6 in 4 years, then it's going to take us a long time to get to that 50%. It confirms the fact that it's only the affirmative action that would bring the women into parliament.
Though the outgoing government had some female members of government and ministers of state, some people are of the view that not much was achieved in empowering women.
So I think they have done their best.
So they've done their best, even though there are some that could not perform as expected by their communities and the nation as a whole.
Because there are so few women, the least mistake, everybody jumps at it. So whereas a man can commit the same mistakes like 10 times and over, the woman does even half of that, and it's a problem. We should treat the women the same way we treat the men in terms of allowing them to do their work, not imagining that, oh, they said this but this is what they mean, or they did this but this, and let's not put impediments in their way when we have given them the positions.
She added, although some political parties lowered the threshold of eligibility for women, they failed to present female candidates in some of the safe seats which could guarantee them victory. Some Ghanaians are, however, hopeful the incoming president will consider more women in his administration.
There are a lot of appointments that are going to be made. If they would take time to look at, okay, so we want, even if it's 30%, 40%, for each appointment, set of appointments that we make, we want to make sure that at least 40% goes to women. We will make it because the appointments will be made, the positions are there, and above all, the women are there who can fill those positions. And for all the members of the party to understand that it's important to put these women in those positions.
The Greater Accra region had 10 women winning their seats, with the Eastern region getting 5. The Volta region had 5, while the Northern region had 1. None of the female candidates in the Upper West region won their seats. Perhaps the affirmative action bill is what is going to speed up the pace of women empowerment. Catherine Frimpong, TV3.
That'll be all for Mission tonight. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Josephine Frimpong.